Hi, kindergarten. Today we're going to make a paper bag puppet of a fox. So here's what you need. You need a piece of orange paper, a paper bag, a black marker, some glue, some scissors, and another color paper, or you could use patterned paper like gift wrap. Okay? So to start with, I want to cover the bottom of the bag with orange paper. So here's how your bag has to be. The open part is upside down. So it's near your belly button. And the top, make sure you have it so that you can lift up this flappy part. Okay, if I turn it to the other side, there's nothing to lift. So you want to make sure the flap is at the top and the opening is at the bottom. So I'm holding my orange paper sideways and I'm going to slide it under the flap as far as it will go. And what I'm going to do then is turn the bag sideways and just fold the paper over so that I have enough to cover the bottom of the bag. Then I'm going to take the paper out and I'm going to cut on that line. So you might need a grown-up to help you with the first part of this. So now I have the piece and it fits right on my paper bag like that. So now I'm going to glue that on. Don't glue the flap down. So leave the flap up when you glue, or else your puppet won't work. So I'm just adding some glue. And I'm going to turn it over, lift up the flap, and glue that orange piece down. Okay. Now, I didn't say you needed a pencil, but you might want a pencil for the next part. So the next part is making the fox's head. So again, I'm going to look and see how wide I need it to be. This time I'm going to not fold it all the way to the edge of the bag, but I don't need all of this. So I'm going to take like about 2 inches and cut about 2 inches off of it. And then just put that piece to the side. Okay, so to draw the fox's head, we're going to start near the top and make a kind of rainbow line. I'm actually going to turn this over and use the other side because I need to make that bigger. All right, and then I'm going to do ears. So that was a curved line this way, and then a curved line back. And then I'm going to come down kind of to a point like that. Now we may have to cut more off of this. So I'm not going to cut this out yet. So I'm going to set that to the side. Next, what I want to do, I'm going to take a piece of my patterned paper And I'm going to use the back because it's white so I can see what I'm drawing. And I'm going to fold it in half. And again, you might need a grown-up for this part. We're going to draw a heart, but I'm only going to draw half of a heart because when you draw the whole heart, it's easy for it to be not the same on both sides. But when you draw half of a heart and you cut it out on the fold, it will open up to a big heart. So I'm just going to draw. Kind of looks like an ear when you draw it. And then this is the fold part. This is the open part. So I'm going to leave it folded and I'm going to cut on that line. And then when I unfold it, there's my heart. So I want the heart to fit the fox's face. So I am going to come back here and I'm going to make this part fit the fox's head. So now I'm not going to cut out on this line that I drew first. I'm going to cut out on the second line. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and cut that out. And if you don't cut exactly on the lines, that's fine. If you need to make any adjustments, okay, so I should have used pencil for this because now you can see some black lines, but that's okay. So the next thing I want to do is glue my heart shape onto the bottom of my fox's face. All right, so next, that flappy part, you're going to glue the fox's head onto the flappy part, but don't glue this part down. So you're just putting glue right on here. So see, it still lifts up. Now, if you want to, you can trim this brown part off, or you can fold it under, kind of like that. But I think I'm going to cut mine. So I'm just going to go right alongside the fox's head. And cut this extra brown part off. So again, you might need a grown-up to help you with that part. All right, now I want to put a little bit of the pattern paper inside the fox's ears. So I'm going to go back to this piece of paper I had, I'm going to draw the ear shape, but I'm going to draw it small this time. So I'm going to do a straight line, a curved line up, and a curved line down. Now, since my paper is still folded, when I cut this out, I'm going to get 2 of those. Okay. And then I want to glue those right in here, inside the fox's ear. Okay. Next, he's going to need a little belly. So we're just going to cut a piece of paper out that's that rainbow shape. So I have another piece of my patterned paper. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm just going to draw that rainbow shape. And then I'm going to cut on the line. And then I'm going to glue it right down at the bottom, like that. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to make is the fox tail. So I have this little bit of orange left. So I'm going to start off with it being, what am I saying? Closer together at the bottom, but then fox's tails get fluffy. So I'm going to make it bigger at the top. So it's going to kind of look like that. So now I need to cut this piece out. So the skinnier end, I'm going to glue it right to the back of the bag. So I'm turning this over and I'm going to glue just a little bit of the tail to the back of the bag. And then I'm going to turn it over. All right, now I also want a piece of paper to cover the tip of the fox's tail. So I'm just going to draw from the corner of my paper just the tip of the tail. So it's kind of like what we did with the ear. Kind of the same shape. And then I'm just going to glue that right on the end, like that. And then I'm going to just trim a little bit. Okay, so now here's the part where you want to have the black marker, because we're going to give our fox a nose and 2 eyes. So I'm just going to draw that rainbow shape again, and I'm going to color it in black with my marker. So there's the nose. And then I need 2 eyes. And they're going to be up here on the tops of the heart. So I'm going to draw a circle on each side. And then I'm going to draw a rainbow shape. And I'm just going to color that part in. And then if you want your fox to look more like a girl, you could add some eyelashes. But you don't have to do that part. Okay, so our fox puppet is now finished. So here's how you use it. You put your hand up inside, and you put your fingers into the flappy part, and then your fox can move its head. Now, we didn't draw a mouth on the inside, but if you wanted your fox to have like an open mouth, you could draw like a triangle shape there, and then you could draw a tongue. So that part's up to you if you want to add that. All right, so I hope you have fun playing with your paper bag fox puppet. Sorry, it was a little complicated this time. So make sure you had an adult help you, or you could pause the video anytime you needed to. All right, so I'll see you next week for our next project. Okay, bye.